So Doc, how would it sound to you if I could show you a way to instantly add recurring income to your practice every single month without taking on any more patients and without personally delivering anything at all? Now, I know this sounds like a really bold claim, right? I mean, many chiropractors listening to this can't even imagine making $5,000 extra every month without actually delivering anything to patients. And it does. When you hear this, it seems too good to be true, right? And you want to know something? Many of the phenomenally successful chiropractors that I've helped implement this system felt exactly the same way when they first heard what I'm going to share with you today. So all that I ask, Doc, is that you just give me a few minutes of your time today so that I can walk you through exactly how to add this incredible recurring revenue machine into your practice immediately so that you can create additional sustainable monthly revenue that you can count on. But before we dive into that, before we dive into the mechanics behind how the system works, it's important that we talk about the engine that truly powers this entire process. So I call this the domino effect. So imagine you have a line of dominoes, Doc, placed in equal distances from one another. Now imagine that each additional domino is 50% larger than the previous one. Okay? So let's say the first domino, let's just say it's 5 millimeters tall. So you see number one domino right there, 5 millimeters tall. In other words, it's tiny. Now that 5 millimeter domino knocks down one that's 10 millimeters, and that knocks down one that's the next domino that's 15 millimeters. On and on it goes, with every domino increasing in size. Okay? And then believe it or not, by the time you reach the 57th domino, so 57 hits, you'd be able to bridge the distance between the Earth and the Moon. I'd say that's pretty incredible. Wouldn't you agree? 57 hits of dominoes, and you are bridging the gap between the Earth and the Moon. And the reason this happens comes down to this focused compounding effect. You see, financial success in your chiropractic business is sequential. It's not simultaneous. What starts as linear becomes geometric. Okay, that's a bunch of fancy words thrown together. What do I mean by that? It's simple, really. You set your business up by identifying your first domino that will give you the biggest bang for your buck. And then once you've nailed that down, you move to the next one, and then the next one. And within a matter of months, and sometimes even weeks, you'll see your business scale geometrically. Why? Because you've set up a system of events that guarantees success. My name is Travis Dillard, and I help chiropractors add additional monthly recurring revenue to their business without adding hours to their work week. And we do this by adding a cash-based recurring revenue machine. And I know that sounds salesy. I know that sounds like some marketing ploy, but I can assure you it's not. In fact, when you master what I'll share in this video, you're going to slash your time spent in your practice, and you're going to increase your revenue significantly with geometric growth. My system has added $5, $10, $15, and even $20,000 additional revenue per month in recurring revenue. This isn't a wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. This is every single month to chiropractors all over the globe. You'll meet many of them throughout this short video today, but I've also spoken on stages across the U.S. teaching chiropractors how to get more from their business without working more hours in their business while slashing overwhelm and stress. So my goal today is for you is to take the exact processes and systems that I've implemented with countless chiropractors and literally just plug it right into your business immediately to unlock massive revenue growth without having to wait months for it to quote unquote start working. In this video, I'm going to share with you three things. I'm going to share three things with you. The first is a system that is a 100% foolproof way to add at least 5 figures of additional revenue to your chiropractic business in just a matter of weeks without having to take on any extra patients, keeping the same number of patients that you have right now. Number 2, the secret hidden business inside your business that might be invisible to you right now. I'm going to show you how to expose it and express it. And number 3, a simple method of scaling your chiropractic's revenue in less than 2 hours a week that's incredibly easy to maintain. Yes, this video is packed with information that many of my clients have used to add at least $5,000 in recurring revenue to their practice within just a matter of weeks. Now, they're they're using the same system to blow their business up by adding 10K, 20K, and beyond, all without personally delivering anything every month. By the end of this video, you're going to see that it's not only possible for you, but success becomes inevitable once you get the system up and running in your business. All right, so let's return back to the domino effect and actually apply it to your business to make things more practical for you. So, every day you've got a lot of choices to make, right? We'll call these choices your dominoes. Now, whether you're aware of this or not, you're always attempting to stack your dominoes in a particular order, okay? In other words, you're trying to figure out what to focus on to get your business growing. You'll ask yourself whether you should focus on launching on internet advertising, SEO, Facebook advertising, Google ads, or even in-person networking. Should I focus on hustling for new clients by going to local networking events or spending hours per week going to some weird breakfast meeting, not getting the return from it? Or should I focus on adding infrastructure in the form of hands? Now, every time you choose to put your focus on any of these dominoes, you're sacrificing the opportunity to do another one. This is known as the opportunity cost. Now, the beautiful thing about the domino effect is that once you line up your dominoes correctly, you unlock sustainable growth that becomes effortless. But if you line up your dominoes incorrectly, the growth either slows down or stops completely. And unfortunately, most chiropractic business owners, they have their priorities in the complete wrong order. Why? Because they've been told that the only way to grow their business is to add more patients. Every month, they're trying to find the next big thing to get more clients in, and many times, they're trying to figure out how to do it without destroying their cash flow. Obviously, the chiropractic industry, one of the biggest opportunities, or problems, I should say, is having enough cash on hand. It's really no wonder that so many chiropractors live in a constant state of overwhelm. And it's unfortunate, it really is, that they don't realize the simple truth that success comes from organizing their dominoes more effectively. So how do I know this to be true? Because every single one of my clients came to me feeling exactly the same way. After working with countless chiropractors, I've realized a lot of chiropractors, they just want to do the simple things. Sure, a lot of chiropractic business owners want more money, they want more success, they want to be able to enjoy multiple six-figure years, and all that's completely available to you on this little video today. But at the same time, so many chiropractors have said, listen, one thing I want to do is I want to get up in the morning, I want to go downstairs and have a cup of coffee, and I don't want to have to worry about my bills this month. I want to be able to go watch my kid's soccer game without my phone ringing off the hook every 5 seconds. And why can't they get there? Because their focus is way off. Instead of focusing on how can I work less and make more, they were focused on how can I just have enough to where I'm not having to worry about my bills this month. So maybe that's you right now, or maybe you're doing well, but you're spending every waking hour in your business as opposed to working on your business. Either way, this system will work for you. Now, before you think I'm against focusing on getting more clients, let me assure you that I'm absolutely for it. The reason that I'm picking on this specific strategy is this. The truth is that there is not just one way to grow your chiropractic business. And before you begin to feel overwhelmed, let me give you the good news about growing your chiropractic business. The good news is there isn't 100 or even 50 different ways to grow your business. There are only 3 ways. That's it. No other ways. Just 3. So more on that in a second. So who really is this guy, and why should I be listening to him right now? Again, I'm Travis Dillard, and I've worked with high-end personal training clients over the past 10 years, worked with people like Jordan Belfort, the Wolf on Wall Street, who you may or may not know, while making multiple 6 figures every year. And also, too, I'm an international best-selling author. I'm a keynote speaker at some of the largest national events, and even have been featured in the Texas Journal of Chiropractic. And I help chiropractors add 5 to 6 figures monthly recurring revenue to their business without adding hours to their busy work weeks. Now, before we go any further, yes, I get it. I understand. It sounds like a big promise. I mean, adding an extra 5K recurring revenue every month without taking on any extra clients or doing any extra work, it sounds crazy. I used to look at my mentors and people who I saw as a success, quote unquote, and I thought, I can't do that, until I actually did it. And once you realize how to do it, it becomes easy to stay there. But only if you've got the right system in place to bring you predictable and recurring results month after month. A system that's proven and stood the test of time and time again. So you might be stuck in the way of thinking that you need more patience to grow, right? And yes, like I said, that's one way to do it, but let me share with you 3 possible ways you can grow your business from one of the greatest marketers to ever roam the face of this earth, Mr. J. Abraham. And really, this is J. Abraham 101. So the first way to grow your business, he talks about, is to increase the number of clients and get new prospects to become paying clients, which is what most chiropractic business owners are doing. The second way is to increase the average transaction size of your existing clients. In other words, you increase the prices that you charge. And number 3, you increase the frequency that the average client buys from you. So these are the only 3 possible ways to grow your business. There isn't any other way. But as I've said before, from my own experience and what I've seen most chiropractors do, they invest all their time and effort trying to acquire new clients, new patients every month, which is repetitive and, quite frankly, a lot of work. Now, I'm not afraid of a little hard work myself. It's how I've got to where I am today. However, it's also the reason why a lot of chiropractors end up burnt out and overwhelmed. And yes, getting more patients is one way to grow, but let me put it to you in another way. Each time you grow, you don't want to have to add even more infrastructure to your practice. More staff, more equipment, bigger facility to accommodate the increase in patients. And although this sounds amazing, it's actually a massive risk to your business. It's going down this road, your monthly overhead goes through the roof. So even though you might be making more money, you've got more expenses to pay out. You just end up running around in circles like a dog chasing its own tail. So what's the answer then? The answer is simple. You focus on making more per client and keeping them for longer. And you do that by simply adding more value to your current services. You do that more specifically by plugging in the unique outsourced nutrition system that I'm going to share with you today. It's going to dramatically reduce your reliance on needing new business and having to go out and find new patients. It's going to destroy the overwhelm you're currently facing and a chance to make real profit every single month. It's going to slash your staff and your infrastructure costs. And most importantly, it's going to add repeatable, predictable, and sustainable income to your practice without having to sacrifice your life to your business. Because it's important to have a life to go along with your business. That's why we're doing this, right? So remember at the start of this video, I talked about how a 5mm domino, if doubled in size, could reach the moon in just 57 domino hits? And that when you line up all your dominoes correctly, it's actually the smallest thing that does the most? That's exactly what this outsourced nutrition system is. It's a system that I myself have created over many years of testing and tweaking. The system doesn't require you to do any heavy lifting at all. The designing of unique nutrition programming specific to every single client, and without having to spend any more time with your patients. Right? We're keeping this very, very simple. No, it's even more simple than that. I've created this system so all you have to do is take it and simply plug it into your business. And like you plug in, say, an appliance at home, like a toaster. You push the plug pins in, and you flick on the on switch. and away you go. This nutrition system is no different. Actually, to tell a lie, you will have to do something, but it's pretty small compared to what the system gives you back. All you have to do is plug in your client details into the advanced membership website. That's it. The Clever program does everything else for you. And all you've got to do is work out what to do with all this extra time you're going to have as a result of plugging this nutrition system into your business. So imagine now being able to outsource your patient's nutrition by simply plugging their details into a membership website, and every single month this nifty little system would give you back recurring revenue right into your pocket without you doing anything extra than you normally would. Well, but before we go any further, let me just share with you the three biggest secrets to explain this system and how it will add repeatable and predictable income to your practice every month. And actually, these aren't so much secrets. I'm not very good at keeping secrets anyway. They're actually rather simple, but hardly anyone focuses on them. So Napoleon Hill, the writer of the book Think and Grow Rich, once said, "The failures see the hole in the donut, but don't see the donut around the hole. The successes see the hole also, but they see the donut around the hole as well." And you see, most chiropractors are missing the bigger picture. They think that they must have more patients to grow, like we said before. They're missing the bigger picture and the hole around the donut. So secret number one is I can make far more predictable, sustainable income in my chiropractic business by adding one simple recurring nutrition program than I can by adding patients every single month. So let's break it down, and I'll give you an example of what typically happens here. So Dr. Sam owns a practice in Pennsylvania that caters to upper cervical chiropractic treatment, who when I first met him was $50,000 in debt, which is pretty typical, as you probably know, or maybe have even experienced yourself. Most graduates accumulate around $125,000 in student loan debt by graduation. And the real scary thing is 77% of those graduates have little to no knowledge, financial knowledge that is. And those are just the ones who admit it. So like Sam and most chiropractors, they are literally set up to fail. Sam specifically focused all his time and his resources on bringing in new patients into the door. But as you can see, this was just helping him barely keep the doors open. But as soon as we implemented the nutrition system, as you can see here, the light to a debt-free world began to reveal itself. $4,000 recurring income for the first 2 months, and Sam is now today debt-free. And this one, when I first got this message, it made me tear up a little bit. I mean, this type of stuff really gets me going. So you starting to see how powerful this is? Are you beginning to see the power behind this now? And how it's actually much more than just another nutrition system, which it looks like on the top of the water? You see, underneath it, it's a whole different ballgame. So here's another one for you. So you might be thinking right now, okay, I'm looking at this email from Tim, but maybe this is something that Travis has just made up. And I can tell you right now, Doc, it's not. Like, I mean, here's just one of these, and I've got plenty I can share with you, but here's just one. So here's Tim in his chiropractic business out in the Metro Detroit area, which specializes in healing and pain management. And when I first met Tim, he was in a situation where, like you might be right now, potentially pretty skeptical. And he said, really, I don't know if this is going to work. And then boom, we add it into his business, and look what it says. He made $6,000 in the first 10 days. And he's only spoken to half of his clients so far. Epic system. Right? So this was a guy who was completely skeptical. This is pretty awesome, right? It's great. So look, let's get down to secret number 2. So what Tim has seen, and which you have seen in the previous slide, and some of my other clients have seen, they don't even need to be, and you don't even need to be a nutrition expert. Why would you want to anyway? That's not being an entrepreneur. So what's an investor entrepreneur? What do? Well, they look at systems that are already out there, and they make use of them. So that can be human, labor, that could be capital. It can also be systems that you can bring in, add value to your business, immediately begin to make more money, and you immediately begin removing your time because this system, it survives outside of time. So as I gave it away already, but secret number 2 is that we don't have to deliver the nutrition program or be a nutrition expert, because we can leverage systems that have already been created by other experts. So now you know a little bit about how the system looks in terms of what it can do for you, but let's look at how the mechanics actually work and make it such a powerful system to have in your chiropractic business. So let's look at that. So you've got your chiropractic business, right? Patients come in, sign up for chiropractic therapy, and shortly thereafter, you then have the opportunity to present them to ask them what they're eating. So you take a look at what it is they're eating, and then the content is then delivered through online videos and pre-prepared downloadable materials, which means once the one-time front-loaded work is done, you never have to worry about going back and forth and walking your patients through what to do. It's already all done. So the information and the steps how to do it are right there in front of them. They can either read it, they can watch it on the screen, or they can download PDFs and print them out for hard copy material. And I'll actually dive into the deliverables here shortly. But for now, I want to just mention that it has a fully built-in accountability program, which is accessible by our easy-to-use applications. So it means you can access it wherever and whenever you want. Access it when you're at work, access it when you're at home on the couch. You can even access it while you're lying in the bathtub, which I don't highly recommend, but you could if you wanted to. And the truth is, you can absolutely make this happen. Here's why. Because as you can see with secret number 3, you don't need to have thousands or even hundreds of customers in your nutrition program to add 5 to 6 figures in revenue, as you saw in the example with Tim and Sam. Most, if not all of that revenue too, is profit. Dr. Scott, for example, who has a chiropractic business out of LA, so Los Angeles, California, big place for chiropractic. And it specializes in sports injuries and auto accidents. And when Scott and I first met, he was maybe where you are right now, spending all of his energy and time and effort into gaining more clients. And with a wife and 3 kids at home, he was doing everything he could to make ends meet. Though after implementing a nutrition system, not only did his communication with his patients improve, as you can see within this email, look what it says. He brought in $10,000 his first month and was forecasted to double that in month 2. Pretty cool, right? So the idea here is that you can absolutely make more money with a fairly small number of patients. And as I see it now, here's the deal, Doc. You've got 2 choices. You can either stay where you are and try to come up with a nutrition program on your own for your patients and spend countless hours being consumed by it. Or you can leverage something that's already been created, already been proven to give predictable and amazing results. All you have to do is plug in your patient's details, and away you go. And the great thing is, everything is automated. The Clever Nutrition System will make updates to your patient's tracking and make tweaks as they move through the process. All the thinking, the calculation, all the planning is done for you. So what I've created here is an entirely outsourced, hands-off system that you can plug into your chiropractic business immediately and start bringing in instant, passive, recurring income. So look, let me ask you a question. I get it, right? You're listening to what I'm saying today, and you know that you would love to add something like this to your business. That's why, after all, you're still here. There would be no reason for you to be here otherwise, right? You're still here. You get it. You understand what it is that I'm saying. Look, how would you like if I could help you implement this into your business exactly as I've been talking about, helping you get the same, if not significantly better results? What if I could help you do that? Because what I've created is an entirely outsourced, hands-off system that you can plug right into your chiropractic business immediately and start bringing in instant, passive, recurring revenue. And I call it the Perform Nutrition System. And I'm not here to blow my own trumpet by any means, but I can hands down say that the Perform Nutrition System is the world's best automated, completely outsourced recurring revenue program designed exclusively for chiropractors. There simply is nothing like this out there for chiropractors right now. So how can you apply this to your chiropractic business right now? Well, here's the deal. Every single thing you need to run a completely automated nutrition system, it is all done for you, and I mean everything. It takes you through everything from the actual Perform Nutrition System, which includes accountability, recipes, and a fully tailored long-term nutrition plan for your patients. I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second too. To how to actually close the patients into the nutrition program, which you can actually apply to your chiropractic therapy as well. How to keep and retain the patient within the system. Of course, that's built into the program itself already. And how to attract ideal patients where you are coming to, where they're coming to you essentially, and you're starting to attract the people that not only know you and like you, but have the money, have the availability to money, and you like to work with them. Also come out to you and implement this thing for you. So literally there is zero work required. Also, too, my team and I will provide 3-month email support. So with any questions you may have, you have around-the-clock access to me. And also, too, we will have weekly phone calls to ensure that, when your first couple patients move through the system, that any questions you may have are immediately addressed. So here's exactly how it works. I'm going to show you real quick. So essentially, you simply plug in the patient's information into a system called Aweber, and they immediately receive this email to register for their membership website. And then the patient goes to the membership website, which is right here. I'm going to show you this right now, where all they're directed to the videos and the PDFs filled with grocery lists, exactly what to eat and why. The entire process is based on long-term nutritional wellness lifestyle change. This is not a gimmicky cleanse. This is not a juicing or diets. This is an entire unique plan for them, their body, and long-term fulfillment through the powerful nutrition system. And I did show you this. They're going to receive many emails over the 6-month period, and they're going to be in the membership website. We're also going to be talking. You're also going to be directing them to an application, which again, all of this is done, and any of the action items are all included within this system. That's really the power of it. So if you want me to come into your clinic, implement these systems, and have everything up and running within 3 days of our on-site implementation meeting, because right now, Doc, I'm on the hunt for a few more of my dream clients where I can help them get these kinds of massive results that I've shared with you today. So that's why for a limited time, I'd like to work with you in a breakthrough session if you're a good fit. You see, I work primarily with 3 different types of docs. Chiropractors who want to generate a cash-based recurring revenue stream, who are, quite frankly, ready to commit and not delay decision. Secondly, chiropractors who want to improve the quality of their service and truly become the authority within their local community. And thirdly, chiropractors who want to be able to improve their conversion rates and work with a much higher caliber patient so that they can make far more money while dealing with less stress, less headaches, and overall less work. So here's how the process works. We'll get on a call, we'll have a discussion, we'll have a conversation, and if you're right for the program, from there, we'll talk about how to actually implement this into your existing chiropractic business. Now knowing that we're a good fit is crucial, because I like to get all of my clients' results and work with them for the long term. And to do that, I need to get them a quick ROI. And the truth is, I can't help everybody. There are some people who I just cannot help. And if that's the case, I will be 100% upfront and honest with you and let you know immediately. You see, I'm only looking for those who are a good fit and who I am certain I can get results for. So, the first step is to complete an application for a private breakthrough session. And this application is necessary to determine, number 1, that I can help you. And I'm the best person to help you generate these type of results. And 2, that you're ready to go, that you're ready to step up and commit. Now, once I receive your application, you'll be able to schedule a time with my partner Jim Miller and myself on our calendar to conduct your breakthrough strategy session. And this is where we will really start working together to figure out how much income this system will generate for your business. So just so you know, Jim Miller, as I said, will also be joining us, who I am truly fortunate to be partnered with. He was the vice president of the Tony Robbins organization. He's worked with T. Harv Eker. Jim has directly generated over $100 million for his companies he's worked with in the past, and has worked in the chiropractic industry for many, many years. So you know you're working with someone who is very significant in this industry. Jim has truly played an integral part in the development of the aspects of this program that deal with influence, which is obviously a highly valuable characteristic and in very high demand for the chiropractic industry in terms of creating influential capability and developing new clients, and also to retaining existing clients as well. So to get started, fill out the form, go to perform-nutrition.com/application. Look, I know you're excited about this, Doc. I mean, my God, you wouldn't be here right now if you weren't. I completely understand. This is a massive opportunity. And obviously, I want to help as many of you guys as I can. I'm helping people right now regularly, as you've seen. But you know, when I say that spaces are limited, I really mean this. Because I'm flying out to you, and I can only be in one place at one time, so it's very, very limited, as you can understand. Again, I do this because I believe in serving you at the highest level possible, and that's when I'm there with you, Doc. So with that being said, please understand this window of opportunity will not be available for long, and what I have found is that those who have the ability to make decisions and act quickly are the ones who are most likely to get results and most likely to become my best clients and crush it together for years to come. So if you feel like this is right for you, go ahead and apply right now to see if you qualify, and then go ahead and follow the instructions here on the next page. To do this, Doc, go to perform-nutrition.com/application. And once we receive your application, again, you'll be able to schedule a time on our calendar, both Jim and I's calendar, that's convenient for you. And we're going to show you the potential that this nutrition system has in your existing business. We're going to talk about the ins and outs. Jim and I really look forward to speaking with you, Doc. We have prepared these allotment of times just specifically for you, and we really look forward to speaking with you soon.